It's Pablo versus Rourke. Clinging to a 4-2 lead, Pablo versus Rourke entered Bootcamp.
There's so many things to cover as far as cheating. It was absolutely scandalous.
There was no scandal at all, apart from the fact that you didn't even get close to winning at all. You just weren't even up for it. I don't think physically you could have handled it.
A seemingly bribed victory dampened the integrity of Pablo versus Rourke, and the competition took an ugly turn.
And I've got to give it to Jenna. She didn't have the back. She didn't have the spine to tell you what.
Oh,
come you were
off
cheated.
It. Come off it.
Round 8 was badminton, and a chance to level the scores for Rourke.
There's many reasons why I lost. I can't go into all of them. You know, you've obviously played a lot of badminton in your life that I was unaware of. And after the
a lot of badminton, please.
Listen, there's a group of people down there at the Karratha Badminton. Rourke walks in. I thought he was a celebrity. He knew everyone. He was all on first name basis with a lot of them. Obviously, you spent a lot of time there.
That is just rubbish, and you know it.
Rounds 9, the boys tackled the hardest physical challenge in the competition to date: lawn bowls.
Pablo's come in with the last bowls, looking good. He's picked up shot. Oh, he's sitting on the giddy. Oh, what a power! Hear the crowd.
With Pablo handling the pressure, he took a convincing win.
Pablo steps up with what looks to be a fairly reasonable looking bowl. This guy eats pressure for breakfast.
Round 10 saw Pablo and Rourke tackle two of WA's best sprinters in a 100-metre race.
And they're off. Short's come out in front. Oh, short's gone. And where are the other two? Hang on, I can't see them. Hang on, there's a snail going.
You wanted to do sprinting, and you've just told me before during the songs that you're one of the fastest blokes in the MPFL. You laid that out, one of the fastest blokes for the Karratha Cats. Obviously you had a motive.
Not true.
Obviously you had a motive to do this. I see myself more as an endurance athlete.
I know where you're going with this. You're going to complain that we never ended up doing the 800 that you wanted to do. But from my perspective, the two guys are up here, Richard Akira and Manga Chewit. Manga is a 100 and 200 metre specialist runner. That's his only event.
But who got him up here is the big question.
It's fair to say it wasn't close. 11 rounds in, and the boys headed to the pub for a classic pool battle.
Yeah, he got lucky on that last game, let's be honest. Yeah, I potted the white on the black. If he wants to call that a victory, he can.
With Pablo accidentally potting the black, Rourke took a commanding lead in the competition. The final Pablo versus Rourke saw the guys crash full-on into BMX.
But it's a bit of an accident. They've caught each other up in the corner. They've taken each other out. They're back on the bike. Not sure if this is legal, but they're back on their bike. He rammed him.
It was a controversial way to end this sporting battle.
You've used tactics throughout these challenges. This one, probably one of your lowest points here at Spirit Radio.
By the way, Rourke, Pablo did get the votes for the best athlete in the Best of Karratha 2012.
Now, I've got Amy Lee from Spirit Radio. You were the official counter of the Best of Karratha 2012. I may have lost the battle, Pablo versus Rourke, but I didn't lose the war because Best Sportsman of the Pilbara, I got a lot of votes from the public. Rourke got a few votes from the public. Can you give us the official score of Pablo versus Rourke?
26.
26, it was indeed. Now, how many did our young, strapping lad Rourke Walsh get?
Now, Rourke, I was Team Rourke, but you only got one, and that must have been yourself voting.
This has been the story of Pablo versus Rourke on Spirit 1260 Karratha.